Welcome to planore. This is an introductory video on what an OSCE is. An OSCE is a component of the ORE Part 2 examination, and in this video we would be explaining it to you as to what it is, how is the exam conducted and marked, what you need to study regarding the same, and how we at planore will help you in doing so. For your benefit, this introductory video has been divided into 3 parts. So let's begin with part 1 and stay tuned for the same. If you like us, come join us at planore or contact us through any of the following. So what is the full form of OSCE? It is an objective, structured clinical examination. And what's that? It's a 6 minutes OSCE. You have a lot of OSCEs of around 17 to 18 of them, and each OSCE lasts for 6 minutes, so it's a test against time. How is the 6 minutes divided and how is the exam conducted? I'll let you know in a short while. Now these OSCEs can either be written, skilled or actor. In a written OSCE, as the name suggests, you need to write the answers of the questions asked, which are usually on one topic. In a skill OSCE, you need to perform a small clinical skill like suturing on a suture pad, rubber dam application on the mannequin, splinting the teeth in the mannequin. An actor OSCE is very similar to a DTP. The only difference is that a DTP takes 54 minutes, but an actor OSCE lasts for 6 minutes. So in this time, you either need to diagnose a case and tell the treatment plan to the patient, or you need to justify a treatment plan and take consent for the same, or you need to solve some kind of problem like your nurse has had a needle stick injury and you need to talk to her, or your colleague has caused a lip cut in a patient and you need to talk to him, or you have lost a biopsy report and you need to tell that to the patient, or you need to handle a child abuse case. So what's given? For a written OSCE, you're provided with a question and answer paper and a pencil to help you writing, as well as some required data which helps you to answer the questions. This data differs for every written OSCE. A skill OSCE, you will be given the apparatus to perform the skill. For example, you would be provided with the rubber dam kit and the mannequin, or you would be provided with the suturing instruments and a suture pad, and so on. For an actor OSCE, you are provided with the case scenario of what you need to do, an actor patient, some clinical data like x-rays or BPE scores, etc., and a pencil and paper to help you draw and explain it to the patient. Now, what factors do you need to consider? So as I told you earlier, for your benefit, this video has been divided into 3 parts. So in part 1, we would only be discussing things about the written OSCE. For the actor and the skill OSCE, please have a look at the part 2 and part 3 videos. So as I said, it's a time-based OSCE which lasts for 6 minutes. Now how is the 6 minutes divided? There are about 20 OSCE stations. Now for the first minute, you are made to stand outside the OSCE room, and the 1 minute timer starts, where you are given regarding the OSCE about whether it's written, actor or skilled, and what you need to do. So in this 1 minute, you need to think about what you're going to do once you go inside the room, and you need to use this 1 minute properly. Once the 1 minute is over, there is a bell. This says that you need to go inside the room and perform whatever OSCE has been asked. The time you get inside the room is 5 minutes, but you do not have a clock, so you really do not know how fast your time passes inside. For your benefit, a bell again rings after 4 minutes, giving you an intimation that there is 1 minute to go. And after that 1 minute, there is another bell which tells you that you need to go out and stand in front of the second station, where you again need to read the other OSCE. You again get a minute. After a minute, you go inside and perform the OSCE for 5 minutes. You have a reminder bell at 4 minutes and then a final bell after 6 minutes. And then you again go out. And you need to repeat this process for all the OSCE stations. Now you have about 17 OSCEs which you need to perform and you're marked on them. You have 1 or 2 rest stations where you just need to sit in the room and maybe drink water or just sit for a while. And you have 1 or 2 pilot OSCEs, that means you need to perform them as well, but you're not marked. But in the exam scenario, they don't tell you whether it's a pilot OSCE or not, so you have to perform it. So you totally have about 20 to 21 OSCEs. It's very important for a written OSCE that you be very thorough with your knowledge, because you need to write the answers. You need to be very precise while you're writing, because it's not that you can have all the time and keep writing the answers in brief. You just need to write short points. You should be very fast in writing, so make sure that you keep practicing. You should have a legible handwriting so that the examiner understands what you've written and marks you properly. And you should be able to understand what the question is being asked with the help of the data provided. For your benefit, I would be giving an example of the written OSCE so you understand what it means. The blue circle here comprises of a few examples of the written OSCEs, but there are a lot many more. So what all do you need? You require a pen, paper and pencil. Make sure that you always write the written OSCE when you practice at home and not just learn it, because the real test is regarding you finishing the written OSCE in time during the exam. Books are usually not required, however you can refer to your Part 1 books. There are a lot of notes on written OSCEs present on social media. You can take them, but make sure that they are in accordance to the latest guidelines. Make sure that you always practice with alarm bells at 1 minute, 4 minutes and 1 minute, so that you practice at home in a 6-minute scenario with 2 bells, and make sure that you cannot see the clock at any point of time. We at planore would cover all written OSCEs through online sessions. So let us start with an example of written OSCE. For example, it's on BPE scores, that is a basic periodontal examination scores. So in the first minute outside, you are told that you have a few BPE charts and you need to interpret it. That's it. You're not given any further information. So during this 1 minute, you need to think about what questions could be asked, what is the instrument used for BPE, what are the characteristics of the instrument, the treatment planning of various BPE scores, and this all should run through your mind. Don't think about the OSCE which you have already completed in the last room. There are high chances that the OSCE which you finished did not go as you planned, but don't worry. You need to have a clear mind in order to solve the written OSCE properly or solve any OSCE properly. So as long as you don't clear up your mind of the earlier OSCE, it won't be possible for you to move ahead. Once you enter, the 5 minutes alarm starts, and now you're provided with the written OSCE. So you would get a few clinical pictures like this, showing you the measurement of BPE with the help of a probe. And the questions would be, what are the BPE scores for pick 1, 2 and 3? What is the treatment plan for all three picks? What probe is being used? And what are the markings on the probe? Below every question, there are a few lines given where you need to write your answer, and you need to write all of them within 5 minutes. You may have more questions or fewer questions, more pictures or fewer pictures, depending upon what they think is appropriate and can be completed in 5 minutes by you. So whenever you study for a written OSCE, you understand the entire concept rather than mugging up the answers. So once you understand what BPE scores is, how you interpret it, what the treatment plan is, and other important questions on the probe and the markings, you understand it as a concept. And then you are able to answer any kind of questions which are asked. So we at planore would explain you the concept first, and then we would let you know the questions and the various scenarios the written OSCEs can be asked, so you have a thorough idea. We would also give you tips to practice in less time, like 4 minutes 30 seconds, so that you can utilize the rest of the time revising what you have written, because there are chances that you may have made a few mistakes while writing the answers. So this is the end of part 1, where we have discussed the general features of OSCE, how the exam is conducted, regarding the time, and some general features of the written OSCE. To catch up for the actor and the skilled OSCEs, watch the part 2 and part 3. And if you like us, come join us at planore through any of the following. Thank you for listening. Bye-bye.